So just to address one thing, because they actually asked this question, just one note. Can I get you on your back, please? So this is predominantly what I would do against a gable grip. They asked the question, will this work against the Monteleone? And the answer is technically yes. It's just less reliable. But I mean, still, as long as I'm here and I holster this elbow in, right? Don't say that's not under the leg. Is once I holster the elbow in, if I just keep sliding up, if I can get to the knuckles, I'll wrap it. What makes it harder in the Monteleone is that this hand can hide those knuckles from me, potentially. You see what I'm saying? Like, to isolate those knuckles might be a little bit iffy, and then he starts getting the elbow cleared. Now I don't have anything, and so on. So it's not the most efficient path. It is possible, though. If he's holding this Monteleone just kind of out here, and I can holster and just slide up, I'll get it out of there. But if he tucks this arm in really tight, then I might not be able to expose those knuckles, in which case the wrist lock won't expose itself. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the Monteleone. What are some options I have here? Okay, I'm going to show two very simple ones. Now, actually, I'll show three very simple ones. I'll show you the one that I used to use all the time. I don't really use this much anymore because I find that it's not very effective against people with like broad shoulders. But, so like in the sense of the farther I have to reach to make this happen, the less likely it's going to succeed. But I still hit this on people every once in a while. So I'm here in the Monteleone. Right, once again, I pull this far elbow in, and again, Mike, I'm going to just ask you to not put, because as we commented before, if he puts the hand under the knee, there's a demo, palm striking, and I'm catching that immediately. By him putting that hand under my knee, he's fixing his hand into this position, which means that that's really easy for me to break free. But let's say he's not doing that, he's just folding his arms or whatever. Okay, so my first option, I pull this far arm in, still going to this crisscross control. Okay, this is the one I don't use as much, but I used to use all the time. I'm going to feed this elbow past his elbow, feed my hand here, and catch an Americana. And it's right there. Super simple. Once again, defend an Americana, please. Like defend it. And there we go. So very stupid simple. I just hug. So without all the context, it's like imagine if all I was doing, everything's out of the way. I hug around the far elbow and I pull it in. Then I'm going to catch the wrist and then just Americana here. You actually feel, guys, if everyone takes your elbow and brings it across your chest a little, and then try to like turn your wrist away from you, it's like really tight. It's a really good way to lock out the shoulders. They happen to do this with the Monteleone. So that's one. Two, we're here. Same idea, crisscross. The reason why I go crisscross applesauce is I feel like it's the control I can have the best without needing almost anything else, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to weave this hand through, and I'm going to work to get this hand onto my neck. From here, I hug elbow to elbow, telephone armbar. Keep it simple. Just listen to the phone and crunch. Turn it a little bit, turn it a little bit, whatever. Also, wrist lock is right there. Woo! Right? So anytime I got telephone armbar, I got the accompanying wrist lock. Of course, we go back. I'm here. He starts trying to bend his elbow to defend. You're trying to get free. Thank you. Armbar's right there. All right? Final option. This is my personal favorite in here. Requires a little bit more work, but it's pretty gnarly. So I catch it. I crisscross. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my elbow and I'm going to elbow down like I'm breaking a block of ice past his forearm. Hiya! What I want to do, you guys look, everyone look at your wrist where like Spider-Man has his web cartridges. You know what I'm saying? That's where my elbow's going. Boom. I'm going to shave it back into space. Cup his elbow. Turn. Americana right there. Please defend the Americana. Thank you. Armbar. So I'm just triggering responses. Even if he doesn't do anything, he's going to get Americana, he's going to get telephone armbar, he's going to get wrist lock, or he's going to get arm, or he's going to get Americana on this side. His reactions to almost any of them will be to like extend the arm straight in some way. Ergo giving me the armbar. So I'll go through all that one more time with Mike, and then I'll grab somebody else to show that. So number one, the one I use the least, because it's kind of like if again, if you face someone who has like a kind of a broader upper body, I find that sometimes it's like I can't quite reach on this one. But this used to be my go-to. This is like, man, when I was like blue purple belt, I used to do this to people all the time. It's like one of my favorite things. So maybe you'll find solutions to it that I didn't find, as if you play around with it. So again, pull the elbow in, crisscross my feet under the shoulder. Okay? Number one, hug the far elbow and pull it in. Pin the wrist. Americana grip. Finish. Okay? What they'll usually do to prevent the Americana is connect their hands and start pulling the hand inward, right? Which keeps me in my arm bar. That's 1. 2. Same setup. This time I'm going to weave through and get my head on this side of his knuckles. And then I'm just hugging the elbow and telephone armbarring him from here. If I find I'm losing the telephone armbar, then I can slide up and get the wrist lock. Really gnarly wrist lock from here. Again, if he starts trying to bend that elbow and bring his hands together to defend, it's like he's going to kind of put his armbar in harm's way. And then finally, from here, crisscross, clearing, and then again, my elbow wants to find this pocket past the hinge of the wrist. So, hi-ya! It helps to say hi-ya every time you do it. Okay? And then I'm going to drag his wrist towards me. And I should holster his elbow with my hand. So I grab, so go back one more time. So I'm here. Actually, let me get this arm out of the way so just everyone can sort of see what the fight is. Here, and I scrape to collect, and then I just turn my body. You get it. So, Ben, would you mind if I grabbed you real fast? Thank you, Mike. Yeah. That way Mike can see all this. So number 1, we're here. He's got the Mazzaleone defensive grip, so I pull and I crisscross under the shoulder. So number 1 is I go through and I pull that elbow in, catch the wrist, and get here and finish. 2, same setup. I'm going to pull in and I might like feed this over. Turn the elbow, telephone armbar. If that doesn't quite expose itself, if I don't feel like it's quite there, slide up to the wrist lock, right? And then number 3 is we're here, elbow goes in that hole, and I just start taking that wrist home. You see that? So it's like a turn of my body. And at any point in time, if they start trying to fight their arm free of that, they're gonna, the only way that they'll fight free really is gonna be to like push you outward, which will expose the armbar. Is that good? Does that make sense, everybody? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's play around with it. 1, 2, 3.